Our very first stream was Minecraft.
Okay.
Um, like a lot of people probably, we had a
Yeah.
little server started up. We had a couple people who were on the server, but it was mostly just she and I. And I was so nervous that I wasn't talking at all, which was bothering her, of course.
Yeah, well, I eventually talked again. I'm talking.
How
Words.
long?
Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Who's Joe YouTube Edition. Who's Joe?
Who the is Joe?
Who's Joe?
Who's Joe?
Who's Joe?
Yeah. Who is Joe?
Today we are here with Haze, who is a streamer, and why don't you go ahead and tell us a little about yourself?
I'm a streamer and YouTuber. I stream a little bit on my own, but mostly I have been co-streaming with Phoenix or LSL Gaming for a long time now.
Yeah,
So
I think the first time I met you was when you were doing a co-stream with Phoenix.
yeah, I co-stream way more than I make content on my own, actually.
That's cool.
I like working with other people. So sometimes I co-stream with Phoenix, sometimes I co-stream with some of my other friends. I've been lucky to make a lot of like online connections, so I don't have to do stuff on my own as often.
It's a lot of fun to do collaborations. That's why I started doing
Yeah.
this, because you can kind of introduce the fan base of other people to what you do, and that's kind of the reason I started doing the staring contest videos, is to kind of get my stuff out there for other people to watch.
Yeah.
So are you ready to go ahead and get this staring contest
Staring contest?
underway?
All right.
So I will do the typical countdown from 5, and we'll go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, if you could collaborate with anybody, streamer, artist, anybody on the internet, who would you collaborate with?
I mean, if it could be anyone, I'd really like to work with Joji. Like,
Okay.
Joji or George or Filthy Frank, as he used to go by back in the day, is just a really, really cool creator.
Okay.
And I see a lot of the work that he put into the characters of like Max Mofo's group and those people, and I think if I could just get like a session with him, my online persona would improve a lot. But in terms of people who are content creators right now, I think I'd really, really like to work with Jay Schlatt or Swagger Souls.
Okay. Is it fair for me to call you out for blinking?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's harder to keep from blinking when you're talking because I think it's a very like natural part of being expressive.
I could see that. Maybe one of these days I should do one of these videos where I'm on the other side of things, where I have to be the one that's responding and reacting. That could be interesting. This is my 8th video, and I am now 8-0 as of yet. For those of you who have watched the previous 7 episodes, you will now know that I try to go the rest of the interview without blinking, so we're going to try to see if I can do that today.
That makes sense to me.
Okay, so what got you into streaming? What started that
That's
process?
a pretty easy answer. Um, when I went to school, I ended up with Phoenix or LSL Gaming as my roommate. And that was before she was streaming. And so as she wanted to get into Twitch streaming and YouTube content, she kind of needed to get her roommate in on it because we lived in a really, really small space. So she first introduced me to the Twitch platform. I was already familiar with it from like a gaming aspect and some cons I had worked, but I wasn't really familiar with individual Twitch streamers until she gave me more of an introduction there. And from that point, we started co-streaming November of 2019. And we co-streamed multiple times a week all the way until Probably April or May 2020, at which point we took kind of a break before we've been doing more co-streaming stuff again.
Okay, do you remember what was the first thing you two streamed together?
Yeah, yeah. Our very first stream was Minecraft.
Okay.
Like a lot of people, probably, we had a
Yeah.
little server started up. We had a couple people who were on the server, but it was mostly just she and I. And I was so nervous that I wasn't talking at all, which was bothering her, of course.
Yeah, well, I eventually talked again. I'm talking. How long?
So she told me, she's like, we're off stream now. I've stopped recording. We're just playing Minecraft. And I was like, oh, okay. And that's when we started to, like, talk normally and, like, make jokes and make bits. Which we turned into our first YouTube video, which was called Kelp and Cuckholes, I believe.
Okay.
Absolutely, probably embarrassing content. I'm reluctant to go back and watch the first thing we made now, but that was our first introduction to streaming and content. And when I spent time to help her edit that video for YouTube, I was able to, like, kind of get into the concept of bits and streaming past that point.
Where do you see yourself going as a streamer in the future?
At the moment, I've been working mostly just with art. The streams that I do on my own are art streams at the moment, and that's been something I actually really enjoy. I'm not a very comedy forward person on my own. I can definitely do bits and I make jokes with other people, but for the most part, my own content is like really, really chill. And the YouTube content that I've been working on is mostly that as well. It's edited videos of art and art processes.
Well, it's so much easier to do comedy, especially in streams when you've got somebody else that
Definitely.
can set you up for your punchlines. And when it's just you working by yourself, it's so much harder. That's why I think I'm doing better with these staring contest videos, is like when I'm playing a game like Half-Life Alyx. I'm just going through this world with crabhead zombies and everything, trying to figure out how I can describe this and in the context of my channel make it funny. Whereas
Yeah.
with the two of us talking, we can bounce things back and forth.
Right, yeah. I have tremendous respect for streamers that are able to actually make funny content on their own. Uh, Slimesicle and Swagger Souls are both really, really incredible at that, especially even with your, like you're talking about with Half-Life Alyx. They've made some videos based off of that. Um, and I find that so impressive to be able to be funny on a stream when you're by yourself is just absolutely exhausting. I currently am very famous on YouTube with, I think, 24 subscribers. Uh, and I'm averaging like 18-ish views a video. So it's not, it's bottom tier. But I'm still having a pretty good time with it.
That's actually when you think about the amount of views you're getting to the number of subscribers you have, that's actually a good percentage.
That's true.
Because I have 180 subscribers, and I think the last video I did, the one I posted on Saturday, only has like 18 views. So that's like 10%, and you're regularly pulling in like 90% of your subscribers. So
I think most of my clicks actually come from like Discords that I'm in.
okay.
You can look at that ratio as well, and it's like not as many of the actual subscribers for the channel are watching. Like classic YouTube, I pull it up on screen. According to these statistics, 90% of you who are watching these videos are not actually subscribed. But yeah, it's still true. So.
Yeah, I completely understand that. And these videos I've been doing, these staring contest videos I've been doing, have been absolutely destroying my gaming videos.
I think there's so much gaming content out there right now that it's like, unless you have something really cool and unique going, and people are seeing that cool and unique thing, it's hard to get anywhere with gaming content because, you know, why watch this video instead of that video? You know, why watch this video with 200 views instead of this video with 4,500,000? Like, you got when you search something and you want to go in a gaming category, how many pages back do you have to get to before you're getting into these smaller stream or these smaller channels?
And it seems like with, at least what I've noticed, is it seems like with gaming videos that you have to be like really high energy and yelling and screaming and like throwing things like Markiplier. Markiplier like routinely curses loudly and throws things on his videos, and so does Jacksepticeye. I mean, how he keeps that level of energy, like from the top of it, from the very beginning of his videos, like top of the morning to you laddies.
Top of the morning to you laddies. My name is Jacksepticeye, and welcome back.
And I'm not even gonna say sorry, Jacksepticeye. I'm sure that was an absolutely horrendous depiction.
Need some gamer subs to get that energy up.
I guess so. I'm sure it probably is a lot easier to have that energy when you've got sponsors behind you.
Sponsors and caffeine, that's what makes a YouTuber.
So, back to the art videos. What kind of art videos do you do? Like, one of the previous staring contest videos I did with a streamer, a lady streamer by the name of Sturfers, and she does kind of like an art night. What kind of art did you do?
I do mostly digital art. Sometimes I'll be doing a larger piece over the period of an entire video. Often that ends up being nature scenery or a landscape or something like that. It's kind of gentle and fun. Second, I do a lot of fan art. I often find that fan art is like what gets the most viewership because it's associated with somebody that other people know.
Right.
And I do have a really good time doing it. And the third thing is I'll do request streams sometimes where people will come in and, you know, say, can you draw this? Can you draw that? And I really like it when everyone gets rolling with the cursed images because I like to draw up some really horrible things. I think one of my favorites that I've done that way was this picture that combines my friend Phoenix with a loaf of bread.
Okay.
And she honored me by making that an actual emote on her channel afterwards because it turned out so horrifyingly realistic.
So one thing I'm doing that I haven't really mentioned I just blinked for the first time. So I made it 20 minutes and 36 seconds without blinking.
Nice.
But one thing I'm going to start doing...
Don't damage your eyes.
I'll be fine. One thing I'm going to do that I haven't announced any of the previous videos because I just kind of started coming up with this idea is I am starting to organize a staring contest tournament. So these videos, like the one I'm doing with you right now, are going to become qualifiers. And any staring contest video where the video itself gets 100 views or more, the contestant in that video will qualify for a 16-person tournament. So once we get 16 people that qualify, we're going to do a tournament, and I'm going to try to get a sponsor to put up a prize for it. So the aim is to do a 16-person content creator staring contest tournament for $10,000.
That sounds really, really cool.
So if you are a fan of Haze and her YouTube and her stream with Phoenix, then go ahead and watch this video, tell all your friends about it so that Haze can qualify for the tournament. Well, I think we've got enough content for this video. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Any kind of plugs you would like to give?
LSL__gaming on Twitch and Haze__games with a Z on Twitch as well. That would be mine and Phoenix socials. I work with Phoenix more often than I'm on my own channel, so if you want to hear from me, I'll probably be over there.
Okay. So now we're at the part of every video where I get you to say, I was not able to beat Joe at a staring contest.
I was absolutely not able to beat Joe at a staring contest.
Well, that's going to be it for this episode of Who's Joe YouTube Edition. If you haven't already liked the video, go ahead and do that. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. I am going to put links to both Haze's and Phoenix's streams in the video description. Go ahead and follow them. If she would like, I will go ahead and put a link to her YouTube channel as well, so that you can watch all of those videos and get this video up to 100 views, so that she can be in the staring contest tournament and we can have some fun with that. But like I said, that's going to be it for this video. I only made it right around 20 minutes this time. One thing I'm really going to try to push for as we get more of these videos is I want to break the Guinness Book of World Records for staring contests. The current record is 41 minutes, and I really think that's something that I should be able to beat. I don't really know who I need to talk to even organize that, but that and doing the staring contest tournament are my next goals. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll be seeing more about that soon. But until then, till the next video, I'll see ya.